The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Long series called Stone to Space. We are in Chapter 1, Medieval Progression. Today we are playing Settlement Survival. And luckily it loaded very quickly. Usually it takes a second to load. And I want two things opened on the other monitor so I can see things. Thank you for everyone who stopped in today. I know there's a few people that are lurking. I assume Jarifa will be at some point. Okay, distracted. Recap of what we did last stream. We updated our orchard. We added in a pasture here for llamas, I think? Alpacas. We did some updating to our industrial area. Well, we started an industrial area. I don't think we added anything to the town. We just moved the school, institute, and town hall over to here. I don't think any of this is new. We do have a third pasture here. I think we have a third animal, which I think is town details and collection. It is. We do have a third animal. It's buffalo. They give 5 less leather than the cattle, so I didn't try to make a full-size pasture. This is for lights. We need lamps or something. Should not be lurking? Okay, cool. I only said that jokingly because usually you are working when I'm streaming, I assume at least. Or you're in multiple channels. Which, by the way, let's do our shout-out. We haven't done shout-outs in a while. We're going to give our first shout-out to Regis. Just don't tell him. Regis is playing Guardians of the Galaxy? Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's a game that I thought about getting, but I have not. Move this stuff over again. I messed up stuff. So if you don't already, make sure to go follow him. The game looks pretty cool. I think we were setting up something for tobacco? No, tobaccos need a thing that we have yet to unlock. So if we find the right thing. I don't remember what it's called, but I know when I see it, I'll know. Oh, nursery. We need the nursery in order to grow tobacco to then sell to the merchant ship. Or merchants in general if they ask for it. But in order to do that, we need to unlock 3 things to get there. So we need 3 research points. We're almost at the first one, so we'll get the apiary. But then we have to wait 2 more. The only other option we had was to spend 2 things into silver mining and minting so that we could make our own coins. So I'll stockpile 2 research points. And then we'll do a poll on what you guys think that we should go into first. We can either unlock making coins, or we can wait 1 more and go for nursery for tobacco to do the same thing. Unless we need something beforehand. Now, I do see that we have immigrants on the way. How are we on people? Let's unpause, make sure that everything loads in and updates. It looks like we had another road going down here for more farms and later. We have a sawmill here, I think. We have a textile watermill, and this I think is for wheat. Or flour, I mean. I'm going to end up calling that wheat a lot. We need to start growing flax at some point. Linen textile mill. Which one is textile? Oh wait, no, this is textile. Linen is used for clothes. I'm not going to change it, but I want to know where it goes. Linen and feathers make this. Okay. We're not going to make rough clothes anymore. We could do luxury stuff, but that takes silk. We have to unlock silk farming. So we're not going to do that. This is cotton cloth, which I think is not that. Never mind. And at some point we're going to do costumes. We could save our excuse me, linen and leather to make costumes. Costumes will, excuse me. I think that might be a cat hair. Thank you, Outsider Hermit, for giving Tori some treats. If she comes up here, I will... Actually, I don't have my treats up here anymore. We'll take a break later and I'll go grab my treats. So when my cat comes up here, we'll give her some treats. The theater improves our people's happiness. I never really had an issue with it, so this right here. Yeah, it is the happiness. I've never had an issue where they go below 50%, so I don't know. But we'll start upgrading the town at some point. This needs sand, it looks like. Yes. This is gold output. We're not going to do anything with gold. I think all it is for statues. I'm doing well, Turtle. How are you doing? How are the kitties? Oh, look at that. I can rotate now. I can zoom in. How do I drag the... Oh, it's right click. Okay, never mind. Traveling merchant. We could sell flax or this, which we don't have, so we're selling flax. Since Turtle wasn't here before, I had a mouse. Actually, I can just pick it up off the floor. I just wanted it out of camera view, even though it's not in view. Either way. This mouse right here, the scroll wheel stopped working. And it affected this game specifically. Looks like we're still updating the roads in some way. They're currently being butts. Cat spa, what is that about? Is that grooming and... Do they give massages when they get groomed? That seems a little like extra. Someone doesn't have a house. We must have got more immigrants and then didn't add houses last time. Back home at last. Nice. So we need to add more houses. The houses have to be in this blue circle. So I think I could squeeze in 7 houses. What is this? Oh, we have to update our administrators. Someone's thirsty, but they have enough water for sure. Don't worry. Took away Curie, her way of saying hi. Cat spa. Boarding clink. Okay. We are gonna add houses here. I think I can do another 4. We could definitely do a row of maybe 6 here. And the same up here. Actually, we can put a whole... Yeah, this is 6. Never mind. Thought that was 8 for a second. So we're gonna go into here. We're gonna do our houses first. Up here. I guess I'll start here as well. Well, that's just out of reach almost. That we'll put in our dirt road. I do want to work on upgrading the roads to being stone roads. And before I forget, let's find out where sand is found. It has something to do with... What is that? A raid from Regus! Welcome in, Regus. We actually just gave you a shout out earlier. And thank you for raiding. That actually let me know that our event-based command did not work. So welcome in Dan. Jarifer's here twice. Queen Calero. Myself, apparently. I raided into myself, look at that. Is there anyone else? Feel free to lurk if you need to. I'm trying to get my command to work because I have a horrible time doing my own introductions. So there was supposed to be a event that sets off a text in chat, and since it didn't work, I'll change that later on. But my name is Coded for anyone who doesn't know. We are streaming a story series through multiple games. It's called Stone to Space. We start in medieval games like we are now. This is Settlement Survival. It's a colony builder game set in like medieval type times. Our next game is going to be Manor Lords, which a lot of people might know. That's also a medieval time based game. We have 4 different chapters. We're in chapter 1. Chapter 2 is going to be Cities Skylines and other like games for like a modern era time. So it's going to be like a transition from this game all the way up to modern times. After that, we go into like space travel type games like Ani, and I'm forgetting what it's called, but there's a game that's based off of making an industry on Mars. So I consider that part of like space travel. And then chapter 4 is games that are more focused on robots taking over. So it's our very last game, I think, is going to be Dyson Sphere Program, where you control a robot called Icarus, and you make a factory taking resources from multiple planets. There's a lot of space travel, you get to fly around and stuff like that. We stream this on Wednesdays and Saturdays only. Wednesdays is 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. EST, and on Saturdays we start usually at 1 p.m., which was 42 minutes ago. And there's no set end time on Saturdays, but I do try to keep it to 3 hours. Today is going to be something special because in about 2 hours now, we're going to take a short break, maybe like 30 minutes, maybe less than that. I don't think 30 minutes seems too long. And we're going to switch over to Eco and show off our towns because it's been, I think, almost a month since I last streamed Eco, and there's been a lot of updates. We did a lot of administrator voting stuff, so there's a lot of things that have changed. Some things have been either destructed or moved. And I see an error on our stone. Reserve exhausted. That means we have to update something. We need mining quarry, so we need to have this so we can get a little bit more out of this. Must be put on a hillside. Is it? No, once I activate this, I should be able to upgrade this one to be Deep Mountain Quarry. We had the same issue with our coal mine, which if I can click the right button, this is also giving the same thing. Anyway, let me catch up on chat. Astroneer, hold on. I do know of Astroneer, but I can't picture what it's about. I know it's a space-like game, and I have been recommended multiple times to download it from Steam. And I can't show it on stream because I have a hard time setting this up. Oh yes, I did see a few people on YouTube playing this, and it looked awesome. This is very similar to Dyson Sphere Program in the build style, only you're not a robot, you're an actual person. Did they add animals to it since the last time I saw this? It looks like there's some type of alien animal in there. Oh, it's multiplayer too? Or could be at least. Maybe we do that as a community game? I do want to set that up at some point. So I will add this to my wish list. Thank you for the recommendation, Dan. What else was said? In terms of growth, Dyson Sphere Program is the final step on Kardashev scale? It's a space building and exploration game. Graveyard Keeper between medieval and modern. I do want more ideas for games, so thank you for giving me different games ideas. You said Graveyard Keeper, not Simulator. Should be this one. Oh, it's kind of like the art style of RimWorld and Stardew Valley. This would be a good transition. I will take a look at this as well after stream, or during our break later on. Stressful and annoying. That's how a lot of games are nowadays, aren't they? Anyway, back into the game. We didn't really start anything yet, so you didn't miss anything for the first 46 minutes of the stream. I was giving an update on everyone on what happened in the last stream. We started playing the game, but then I noticed this needs sand, so we were just about to find sand. Ratopia is your current obsession? I have been seeing a few people doing Ratopia stuff. Civilization scale. Oh yes, I did know what you meant. I just, Jarifa, I did know what you mean. I just couldn't pronounce it the first time when I was reading it. I did read into it when I was trying to find out what the heck a Dyson Sphere program is. And it's the theoretical idea of encasing a sun in some type of like solar power generator and stealing the power from the sun. What were we doing? Upgrading the stone, because we need that for roads and building other things. Now, the thing we just unlocked gives us a mountain mine for stone. The only issue is we can't move this one here, ever. I placed it down, we can't move it. Can't move the mines either. Any type of mine, they're forever there. So we need to figure out what we... Oh, we can upgrade this now. Well, that's what we're gonna do. And we need sand before I forget again. That's what I was looking for when I saw our raids. I already forgot introduction, or I already did. But feel free to lurk if you need to. Regus, you better go do your aftercare stuffs. Maybe put another kettle on. Let's close this. Welcome in, Tater. What were we looking for? I don't even remember what it's called. But I know it goes near water, and I know you get sand from it. Don't think it's betting shop. That doesn't sound right. It's not the shop spot. Would it be in resources? It's not reed field. Oh, it's sandpit right here. This has to be partially in water. We can easily place it right here, but we can't put a road behind it. Now, we don't necessarily need to put roads with buildings, but it helps with our people's movement as well as making them get hurt less. You can break ankle. I think is what they word it as in the game. You broke an ankle. We have 2 people that are hurt. The only thing that they do to fix it is they go into our clinics, which we have 2. And they're in there for a certain amount of time. Never really timed it. And then they're magically healed. We do, I think, have a sick person. Which... I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm horrible with medical terms. So if you know how to pronounce it, awesome. We needed to put a bathhouse in because this... Oh no, this is new. This is a different type of disease. We somehow have treatment for measles all of a sudden. Do we have the bathhouse already? I don't think we do. These are our latrines. I don't think we have a bathhouse. Anyway, I'm forgetting do this already? Put that in there. That is a lot of emotes, Regus. Look at that Willow emote. I think I should make an animated emote of me eating a Whopper. What do you guys think? I think I have one more animated emote. Let's do another shout out while we're at it. There's one more person that I can see that's currently live. After that, we'll move on to people that are not currently live. Also, we have default shout outs. Default doesn't sound right. Today's shout outs at the bottom. We already did Regus because he was currently live, but there's also Willow Rainey down there and Sophie. I do change them every now and then. I know there's a lot of content creators in chat right now, so there's no rhyme or reason why there's only 3 or those 3. I think it was because at one point it was for eco people only. I don't remember. It's been a while. Our next shout out is going to be Southern Twin. He is playing Farmer's Dynasty, which I think is the game that he's focused on recently. Let's unpause the game. The people need clothes. We have 2 clothes places, which are slowly making them. But I think we're out of storage for them or something. Our storage is kind of all over the place. When you make a new warehouse, its default is to allow everything in. And we have updated each storage to only allow in certain things for what they focus on. This one looks like it has nothing, but it's for something in ore, maybe? No. Tools? It's for one of these. It's probably this one. Refined fuel. No, that would be industrial fuels. That one's right here. Oh, it's cut stone. It's right here. After you set the priority of what you want in the storage, it takes them a while to take the stuff out. For our food, our other warehouses, which are over here. Whoop, we'll look at that in a minute. These are our main 4 storages for our 4 types of crops. We have lettuce, broccoli, peas, and apples. These storages are full, so they don't quickly take our food out from the places they shouldn't be in. The rest of the stuff is taken out. These, I don't think, are prioritized in any way. It's just throw whatever you have in there. This is for iron. This one should be regular stone. Yes. Anyway, let's look at our first event of the day. Now we have 4 people that are still homeless, but we still have homes being built, so we don't have to worry about that. This one, our administrator, so we have to look at this at some point. Looks like Agatha is ready to be either reappointed or changed to a new person, so that'll be 2 polls now. Our first poll is the first event of the stream. Deep into the mine. Now, we did this before. I forget which one it was, but people got hurt. Actually, I think we killed people in the mine because the mine collapsed or something. A miner found some pieces of rare ore at a corner while working in the mine. The mine structure there seemed unsafe, but if you dig deeper, you might be able to mine out more rare ores. Do you risk mining these ores? So, first poll of the day is going to be mining. So instead of saying yes, I'm going to say we yearn for the mine. Jeez. If only I could spell. Welcome in, Mox. I see your message. There we go. And the second option is going to be no, too dangerous. So go ahead and vote on that. If no one votes, which is okay, you don't have to vote, I will choose a option. And after that, our second thing is going to be who we do. We're going to have three options. Either we can reappoint Agatha and keep our 10% increase to fruit yield, or we could do one of these two people, which looks like the accidental death rate goes down half, or our mining proficiency goes up 1. I don't know what that means, though. Usually they're percentage base. So we'll choose that later. It looks like we have oats, so we could start planting oats for a type of wheat. What was our first poll? Okay, first poll did not have a chosen option, so we are going to read this again. I think we should mine the ores, mostly because if something does happen, we have immigrants coming, we can vote on having more people added to our town. Wall collapse. Okay, so this is the exact same thing that happened the last time. I don't think we actually get anything but killing the miners. We did get 390 silver ore though, so we could get the mint factory and make some coins from that, which these are our currency now. We have a merchant that comes in on a ship every year, and we have a person carrying a cart that comes in periodically and only buys 2 options from us. If we have enough things to sell them, they'll pay for it. They never trade us anything, they just buy from us. What was the other thing? The administrator, our second poll. This one's going to be called administrator. Or just admin. I don't feel like typing out the whole thing. Go over it again. Agatha gives us 10% fruit yield. We've had her for most of the game. She was our first town administrator. We reappointed her once already. There's no limit to how many times we can reappoint the same person. We do just get more... I don't even know if you can see my mouse right now. We do get more people as we have more of a population. So if we had 450, we'd have 5 people here. Our second option is going to be Borg for mining proficiency +1, and Abraham for a lower death rate by 50%. Now, I am kind of leaning into the death rate below 50 just so that we could have a higher population for a longer period of time. If we read what Abraham's message says, a fortunate miner who has experienced many accidents without being injured, believing that safety measures can help people survive the mine accidents or even meteorites. Don't know how you avoid meteorites. Anyway, we'll wait another minute before we start playing again. Now we do have to go through and look at our tech tree again, just to see what our plan is for this stream. Last stream we pretty much, we upgraded or started our industrial area. Oh, it looks like Borg was 1. Okay. So we're going to reappoint Agatha. Oh, I did not mean to do that. So I messed up just now. We are going to save scum for the first time on stream. Because we didn't progress at all in the game yet. I think that means we won't have the mining issue though. The people that died in the mine. Can I do that already? I cannot, so we have to wait a little bit, then hopefully Borg is still an option. If not, this was just a waste. Let's put... What did we unlock first? I think we did this, so we're gonna have to do that in a little bit. But what I do remember is that we need our sand pit here. Oops, gotta drag it. Just so we can get sand to make this thing, and then this is... we'll make lamp oil or lamps, and we need lamps for something else for an upgrade. I think it's to upgrade the mine? Yeah, it's to upgrade the mine. So we need planks, which we're making, cut stone, which we have, and lamps, which we'll get in a little bit. We need coal for fuel for the houses during the winter. We did not place in the houses again, so let's do that. Now, I'm not opposed of save scumming, but I do avoid doing it unless I need to. This was a mistake on my part, so I did it anyway. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do the town to the right, so I'm not going to box it in. This one we don't have to add a thing to. Borg just wants everyone to get along. I really hope we get the same people, but I have a feeling it's not going to be the same people. We didn't play very long before that came up. Now, how do we help this person? We have the new tech point, so let's get that mining thing. And upgrade our stone. We have a traveling merchant. You can either sell dried dung or tomatoes. We don't have tomatoes. Well, we have 4, but we don't have them growing. So we're gonna sell our poop for 70 coins. Welcome in, Sophie. I forgot that we have commands for certain people. Sophie has a command. Regus also has a command. Although Regus has more than one command. Anytime someone does exclamation ban, it will ban Regus as a somewhat inside joke between the two of us. Doesn't matter what name you put, it always bans Regus on my channel. Not really. He also has his own command. I should make a redeem for that. Spend a certain amount of points and I'll make a command just for you. Kind of like a walk-on. But since I don't use Blurp, there won't be any music. Nice try, Regus. We all know you meant yourself. Sims 4 when? I'm not sure, Sophie. We're either going to play this for 1 more stream or 2 more streams, so it'll be maybe ending next Saturday. We're progressing pretty fast in the game. I forgot to unpause. I'll start a countdown. I don't know how many days. How long do we have to wait for this? This game looks cute. We survived so far. We did have 1 death wave due to starving our people. And then we bounce back. We have 211 people. When we had our first death wave, we had like 72 people. Then we dropped all the way down to like 40 something. So now we have even more than them. And between them not having houses or not having enough clothing, we're doing alright. Now this, for some reason, isn't getting built. And I don't want to lose our bisons. Or buffalo, I mean. What's this? This just needs to be prioritized. I think our houses are more important. We need to get people in homes. We only need 2 more people in homes. So let's click prioritize on these 2. What is this even part of the playlist? It's not. We are going to go into a new playlist. I'm going to read this in a minute. let's go into my Guardians of the Galaxy playlist. I heard one of the songs from the movie in the store when I went and got my new mouse. And now I want to play a playlist. It's all the songs from the first two movies. You know what the people will eat when they have nothing else to eat? What? What will they eat? Themselves? Cannibalism? The rich, they will eat the rich. Okay, here's the administrator thing. Hopefully we have the same people. We don't. Well, I'm glad we didn't put points on that. Why is this like reappointment invalid? Don't even gotta be hungry for that. You got a mouse? Yes, I did. So I used to have a red dragon mouse, which is right here. This little logo used to light up red. The scroll wheel stopped working. It would periodically work, I should say. It didn't stop working. But in this game, it was affected the most, that we couldn't scroll, like zoom in, zoom out, and we couldn't go to the events at the bottom left corner of the game. So I went and bought a new mouse today. Riga, since you were streaming, that's why I went and lurked. And now I have a Razer gaming mouse. It has a new extra third button on this side. So I upgraded one extra button. But I don't know what these two buttons are for. I have them on the other mouse. And I never used them before, so... I guess I didn't have to upgrade, but I did need to get a new mouse either way. It does have lights, and I had to download something to change that, but it took too long and we're streaming, so... We're not gonna... Whoops. I did not know that there was a button to go back in different scenes. Increase sensitivity? Oh, really? Huh, I should have did that when I was trying to increase the sensitivity. I just keep pressing it a bunch of times. I think I already did. Whoa! There we go. That's a lot of sensitivity. Hold on. It's zooming all over the place now. That's better. Okay. Thank you for telling me that, Regus. I actually did need to know that. Anyway, let's do another poll for the administrator. This time, I will promise to click change and not reappoint. Again, the first option is Agatha. Second option is Elma for processing proficiency +1. Again, I don't know how the +1s work. It's not a percentage, it's just 1. Our second person is Alva for output of gathering structures. So I guess when we destroy a structure, it gathers the resources? I don't know. We could probably click on it. Or actually just read. Collectors who have a good knowledge of field materials can help workers in cities and towns make better use of natural resources. Oh, that's like a resource gathering thing. Okay. Again, it's still up to everyone what we do. I know we don't have Borg. Or was it Gorg? I don't remember. It was Borg. I really do feel bad about that though. Misclicking on that. Choose later. And I'm going to hit play for the rest. I still have the sensitivity way too high. That's better. "84 citizens without clothes." We should be making clothes. I know we have... Oh, we're creating alpaca wool, so maybe we're low on alpaca wool. We have 126. This year we gained 94. Just checking these. There's 332 in this storage. And we have a ton of leather. So I'm not sure why they aren't making the clothes fast enough since we have 2 of these. This one says they're not even making anything. Maybe we placed these down at the last stream and then saved and exited. So what was the poll? Nothing. Okay. There's so many people that need clothes. Let me read what they both said again. Processing related affairs, industry of the town, benefit from processing focus guidelines. We can either process things better or use our resources better. I'm gonna reappoint Agatha. And later on, if we get something that... Last time it didn't give me the button. I know I don't have enough coins, but last time it didn't give me the button for reappointing. That's why I restarted the save. At least I don't remember it giving me the button. Now we have, I think, 9 months to reappoint her. Hopefully these change at some point. And I am afraid that we're going to lose our buffaloes. Because they haven't made this pasture yet. Is everyone in the house now? It looks like it. We have new homes over here. Looks like everything up here is doing good except for our domestic fuel. Which... we need lamps. And in order to get lamps, we need sand. They're making the sand pit now. Let me open one more thing off the side. Testing something. That's better. Okay, this can either get sand or clay. Now we can take the sand and sift it to get gold. So sand also equals gold. I think we need a specific place to do that though. Now we don't have a storehouse for it. Can I place another one here? Oh, I can, but I can also place one over here. So let's place one over here for just sand. Actually, we should place two. Trying to think of where I want to place this. We're definitely gonna have one right there, but where do we put our second sand pit so that we can get sand and clay at the same time? Oh, we can place it right next to it. Looks like maybe, maybe not. So it's probably gonna have to be over here. So we're not going to place two storages. Let's cancel this one. Now people are saying they're cold. All they do is go into their house and they get warmed up. The clothing icons better be getting fixed at some point. This building has made 45 clothes. But we have a lot more than 45 people. So hopefully this is getting increased over time. This hasn't made anything yet. We have so much food that they don't pick it off the ground. So I think that's good. Our tombstones are getting pretty full, so we're going to need a second cemetery soon. They should be working on this next, it looks like. Because this only needs sand, so they should be working on here. They are. Every time someone walks over here, they're putting more wood into it. Can we sell? I don't think we can sell without the ship being here. Just checking to make sure that they didn't change, or if they did. Now I think when the 6-month timer is up, she just leaves. And then we're forced to choose another person. So that little timer there is just to give us a chance of preparing for them. Now this is animal cubs. This icon is how our hunters get new animals. And I think when we don't have a pasture to ranch a new animal, when we get the next new animal, it deletes the first one. We had a thing going on between alpacas and turkeys where in the last stream or the one beforehand, we had caught alpacas. I did not ranch them. Then we got turkeys, which was this icon. I did not ranch those. Then we came back to alpaca somehow. So I put a ranch for them, but then we got buffaloes, and I'm worried that the buffaloes are going to disappear. Now I think the video game music is a little too loud. So I'm going to turn Spotify up a little bit. I keep the video game music on for the VODs. So maybe this is a little bit better. Maybe it's because I have Spotify down too quiet. That's better. Are the numbers going down for the amount of people that don't have clothes? I don't even know. They have the pasture ready, so we're going to put in our buffalo. They should now be working on this storehouse, which they need stone, so they're never going to build us because we don't have enough. Planks. We should have planks. Actually, don't know where they would be. Oh, right here. We have enough planks. But it looks like they go into the order that you placed everything, so they're going to do this first. Which is good, because we need that for our coal. We're going to immediately tell them to start making lamp oil? Is that what it needs? Yes. So we want lamp oil on this one. We don't have any workers available. So where can we take some workers from? We're going to take them from here. And put them in here. When we have more people, we'll add them back into the mine. Now, I think this is just a bunch of storehouses for everything, yeah. We have our next merchant ship is here, and we also can start our next poll for immigrants. I feel like I'm spelling wrong. I'm not. Okay. So our two options are yes or no. Instead of typing yes or no for every poll, I try to change it up so it's either more, or too many people. So it's your choice whether we allow more immigrants to come in. And while that poll is going up, I'm going to look through the research and see what we're going to focus this stream on. Now, we of course need to get into making money, but that's either silver into minting to create our own coins, or going into nurseries to farm tobacco and then sell the tobacco for money. Both of those options give us a lot of money. I think we're also working on getting into the bakery, which we need bread stuff for. We also need barbecue to cook our food. They're eating raw meat, which is okay, but we get a bonus for having barbecue. We could get into having salt. We're probably not going to get into sugar, because that's just for the sugar, the cannery and the jam workshop. I don't think I'm gonna make jam. This is more of upgrades to people and storage. Don't think we need anything fishing wise. Construction is upgrades to buildings and such. We already looked at mining. Trade, the only thing we needed from this was pottery for a building resource. This is upgrading research. I guess the only other thing we could unlock is livability. Unlock a bunch of these things. We could unlock drinks for alcohol, the theater for happiness, housing upgrades. Some people will yell at us for needing new houses. We also get the hospital and the pharmacy. We do have the bathhouse, but I don't think I ever placed the bathhouse. And I did not look at the poll. Is there a way that I can make a command to tell me what polls happened? I don't think there is. No, it's either create or end the poll. Does anyone remember what it was? I think when I don't notice it, it's because no one voted and it didn't change the color. So I'm gonna wait until the immigrants come, and then I'll ask again, since I know there's a little bit of stream delay. Now it looks like our stone is getting upgraded now. Our lamp oil we should be putting into here, but we didn't click the upgrade yet. Now it does look like our food and water are going down, but that happens periodically. We do gain it back later on. We do have our merchant ship, so we can look at what they're selling us. They're selling us silver ore and sand. They're also selling us tobacco. They also have ovens, which I think is a building upgrade item. If I were to buy tobacco and then try to sell it, actually that would be their price. They would buy it for 5 coins. So there's no point in me trying to buy it here and then selling it to someone else. There's got to be a way to... Oh, right here. So if I bought just one, take that, then if we go in here, I think that would be in raw materials. It's not. So is it part of food? That would be weird. Let's just type it out then. Item not found, because we have to move the item out of this area. Hopefully the ship does not go away so I can test this out. The immigrants are here somewhere. They take a little bit to walk over. At least they should be. I don't see the icon for them. There they are. Hopefully they go to the correct area and the ship left. So we're not going to be able to tell how much tobacco sells for. Now our original town hall was over here, and that's usually where they go. But hopefully they should go over here to this town hall. It looks like they updated. They're going to the correct place. And it looks like our town administrator is actually gone now. So let's pause. Who can we add? Oh, it's still the same people. Okay. We're gonna do gathering. Let's see how long she stays for. It looks like Barrett also is ready to change. Now Barrett gives us the tobaccos. So let's start our second administrator. poll, not including the first one that we messed up. And by we, I mean just me. Now, Barrett sells, gives us the ability to sell tobacco. Without him, we do not get the seeds for tobacco, and since we don't have the nursery already, we're not already growing tobacco, so therefore we don't get to sell it later on, because if we don't have him, we don't have the seeds. Our second option is Virginia. Virginia decreases all citizens' stress. Now, I don't have an issue with stress, as far as I know. I think it's this percentage up here, or it's this percentage. Either way, I think I'm okay with the stress and where it is. Our second one is Barnett, who gives us seeds for wheat, which we could naturally find, the same with tobacco. But we would obviously turn the wheat into flour and then into bread. We also currently have oats that we could do the same thing. We could turn our oats into bread as well. So neither one of these are necessarily needed. So it's still up to you guys. If no one chooses, I will try to reappoint Barrett. Just so that we have the ability later on to sell tobacco, but we need 5,000 coins to reappoint them. And we only have 1,700. And we have immigrants. For some reason, they're over here. I don't know why they're in the warehouse. So I would need to make more for this. What else would it require? The numbers are right over here, but we have a ton of water and food. So I don't think we have to worry about food. It would just be placing another town. We could place another marketplace over here. This I think is for silver, which we don't have unlocked. How difficult would it be to have another marketplace over here? That's not the right marketplace. We want this one. If I keep it in line. It gets cut off a lot by the river. But if I go up here, we get more space, but some of it's outside the map. Let's try to get as much of the ground at the bottom as I can. It will be off-centered, and I want to make this more grid-like. So we are going to place it here. A lot of it's in the water, I think. Yeah, there's a good portion that we won't be able to build in. I think we're going to add a cemetery up here next to the mountain, because we can't do much with mountains in the way. Okay. Doing that, I am going to accept the immigrants just because I don't know what the choice was. This is new. Do we have enough administrators now? Or enough population for a third administrator? We do! And again, I did not see the poll answer, so I think no one voted on it. So we will try to reappoint Barrett, or we will try for a different person. Now, are these the same as these options? They are not. So for our third administrator, we'll do another poll. Hopefully this one I actually do look at. Admin 3. Either a name I don't know if I could pronounce correctly. Bula? Or Alma. We already had an Alma, so I guess they reused names. Either trading proficiency +1, which we don't have an issue with, or it's a pasture yield +10%, which would be for our animals. That's our next poll. We also haven't had any event-based things. There is a box that floats down the river. Oh, here's our event right here. After that admin poll is completed, we will do another poll on what we do with the wild tree. We can either cut it down or we can transplant it somewhere else, which uses up 10 iron tools. That'll be here for a limited time though. After some point it disappears. We still have this icon here, so we did not get a 4th animal just yet. Our stone is now upgraded. And we do have a bunch of people, so let's put our people back into this mine when it's available. It looks like we have a new animal. Oh, somebody has the plague. But I think we're able to fix that plague though. Do we put a bunch of people into stonemaking? I think we should. Still have 11 more people. Is there anything that does not have enough people? This is turned off, so that's not empty. Poll has ended. No one voted, so I will try... Actually, this is for this one. So I'm going to do pasture yield just so we have 10% increase on that. Looks like Sophie enjoys I Want You Back from Jackson 5. Now, they shouldn't take much for this. We have all this coming in. Actually, and we do have a new animal. Do we have this fully stocked? We do not. Let's put a bunch of people in our iron mine. This still needs working. You can vote, but you just didn't know what this game is about. There are event-based things that come up in the game that either allow you to have an increase in producing things or changing things around the map. Like there's things that make people die in mines, or they become more efficient at doing tasks throughout the rest of the game. Our map-based events like this tree would give us a perk up here underneath the heart. And because you said that, we can start the next poll, which is our tree poll. This tree pops up every time we play. It increases the growth of the surrounding trees. The last sentence says we could either cut down the tree or transplant it to another spot. If we choose transplant, it just disappears. But we keep the perk of what it did to the trees around it. So we can either cut it down and nothing happens, or I think actually if we cut it down, the trees in the area now spawn less frequently. So the second option is definitely the good option. But we can only do it if we have the tools, which this would be grayed out if we can't click on it. Now we can. Why would we cut it? Sing Sophie a song? You know, I actually did think about putting a redeem for me singing. But I would have to choose the songs. Why would we cut it? It's the only option. Actually, is it the only option? I think we could just ignore it and the tree goes away after a certain amount of time. So I think that would be the better first option. We'll start doing that for the next poll with the tree. We won't put cut it down, we'll just say ignore it. Because hopefully that keeps the perk of it increasing the tree's spawn rate. Transplant? Okay. Now, the first time I clicked transplant, I thought that I was able to, like, choose where it's going to go. It just disappears. Since the tree was transplanted to another location, the fertile soil was preserved. Seems like the trees in the settlement are growing more rapidly. Now, it says settlement, so that makes me think it's the entire map. But I don't actually know. But we can't put it somewhere else. There's nowhere I can click or anything. We do have a new animal, which is goose. So turkey must have been way over here. So we can get geese for feathers, which we should do because I know there's a clothing that requires feathers. This needs linen and feathers. What about costumes? No, they just need linen and leather. So we should probably start growing flax again, just a small amount. Is the mine almost done? It is. It's just taking a labor, I guess. Is this full? Our cemetery is full. Our marketplace is not being made, but I think that's because the mine is being made. I was only being prepared? You can fat or blubber at the lady fight. Where are our lamps being stored? There's our one tobacco. What's this? That's tea. Our administrator might be gone now. 9 more months. So I could sell our food. We do have quite a lot of broccoli, but it's 1 coin per food that we sell. Let's just sell 4,000. That'll make it match the rest of the food that we're currently keeping up with. Actually, peas have a ton. I'll make this 2,000. And I'll sell 2,000 peas. Now, I don't know if it makes a boat come by to pick them up. Transaction. Oh, we have to wait for the boat to come in, and then it sells them to the boat, I guess. Each one of these is a month, and I don't think that boat's going to come before Barrett disappears. So we might be in a little bit of trouble because we don't have the research points ready for the nursery. So we might have to just go into minting. Now we do occasionally have a box that rolls down the river, and for every time that box comes up, I'm always going to click yes to it so that we get items from it. This says output limit reached. Oh, because there is a production limit here. Let's change this to 300. We'll just increase it slightly. Hunters always need to go out for hunting, and sometimes they have to go somewhere far away because they can't find a trace of animals nearby. So a hunter wants to make food that is easy to take with. Give him beer, or suggest him to take long-lasting food. So here's our next event poll. I'm just going to call it Hunter. It's either give beer or give food. So you guys get to choose what he gets. Now, I don't think we have beer. So it'll just, like, spawn it, I guess, in a way. Did they make the marketplace yet? No, but they're putting the stuff into it. Let me just fix this. Now, the thing I didn't check is to see how many houses I can fit between these two. So if I just space these out, there's enough room for 1 road in between them. Which works out. I like this. So we're going to put a road here. We should probably also outline this. And then we'll connect it over. Now, I saw that we can't place down the amount of houses that we need until that marketplace is done, but they are working on it right now. I'll put one here and one over here for now. We need 8 houses for the immigrants. We have, what's this, 6? So we just need to fill in this little hole here. That should be enough for the immigrants. Then as we grow our population, we will have to put more houses. Now we still are not making enough clothes. So that makes me think that we might need to make 2 more of these, maybe just 1 more. These are the advanced tailors, so they should be quicker as well as make new things. We have fuel resource issues, but that's because we're still building this, which is what I meant to look for earlier. We have enough lamp, so we just need to prioritize this, I think. But I also think that our marketplace is more important, because we need houses. Now, I'm also going to place a cemetery. Oh, I saw it. Up here. Area too small. Okay, so we have to go over 1, and we have to stay 1 tile away from the map border. So we need to go here, I think. What is the largest space that we can do? Looks like 20 by 18. And then we will put in a road around it. I don't think we need a road for this, but we'll put it anyway, just in case. It doesn't line up with this. Will that bother me? Probably. I think we're doing okay. We're just waiting for close so that all these icons could go away. Now they are putting... Oh, this takes cut... Oh, we're in... Okay. We put in enough planks. Now we're doing the cut stone. After that, we'll be putting our lamp oil. Then after this is completed, we will have all of our people working in it. Now, it says we only have 2 workers left. We might not be able to fill this later. I think we might have lost people. We still have 250 people. How are our administrators doing? We still have 5 months to get this done. This seems like it's going slowly. Is our institution empty? No. Okay. Now this icon means they had 29 things to take away from this area, which are the trees, it looks like. And then afterwards they add all the stuff into it. I don't think we have enough stone for that. Ooh, we do. We have a lot of stone. We do have the tree perk for transplanting the tree. I don't think that icon has ever been there when the tree despawned, so I do think we need to transplant the tree in order to get the buff. And this lasts for 3 total years, which I didn't read before. No, we need 7 houses, so we're definitely losing people by not having houses for them. Although this is now upgraded. It was 1, now there's 3. So I don't know what's going on with the population. This is for tools. They may... It says output limit reached, but there's not... It didn't make 200. I'm confused. This made 0 the past year. This has a lack of raw materials, which needs planks and steel. Do we have a plank warehouse? We do. Oh, this is outpoint limit reached, which should be here. Oh, now I see. I see. Okay. Let's change this to 500. This should be this one? No. That one. Okay, we'll change this to also being 500. Planks we don't have to worry about. Ah, I forgot to change the stuff on this. That was for sand, wasn't it? This is for something, I don't know what it is. Linen. Okay. This one is sand, and I don't know where sand would be. Raw materials, maybe? No. Construction materials? I don't see it in there either. Is it ore? It is ore. That's odd. Okay. So we're going to go over here and make sure that this does not have sand as part of it. We have to do it for all 4 of these. That should help us with our storing stuff. Now this is saying our happiness is low. So we probably do have to get into theater stuff. How are our houses doing? We have a lot of children. The first numbers are adults, then it's how many students we have in schools, and then how many kids we have. Now, does this school max out at 15 people? Oh, it does. So that's what that research thing is for. Now, I did look at it. No, it's science. Capacity of only an additional 5 people, so we could have 20 people in one school. What about this? Use paper to increase 100% tech XP outpoint. Primary school that offers basic education. Morning after graduation sounds like everything the school does. But it requires paper. So we could use probably another school to get the children students quicker and then into adults. It looks like we housed almost everyone. Okay, we can put this back to being coal now. And it only put 5 people in here. We're going to put all of our people back in. I keep forgetting we can look at this number here. I think our farms are fine. Now, if I do not place anything else to be built, they will start doing the roads. You can see here that it's lighter than the rest, and it's because I haven't placed in the dirt road yet. What is this? Lack of raw materials. You're not lacking raw materials. You have both of these nearby. And then the iron tools. That means somewhere we have too many tools, which are right here. Okay. Clothing. We are getting an inventory of it, but we're still using it quicker than we're making it. So maybe we do need more of these advanced tailors. I think it's this one. I'm reading everything. Here's our advanced tailor. What else do we need to add? Probably just soak workshop. We probably need pottery at some point, but this is really to make silver ore into other stuff. Is the smelter for bricks? No. What about the forge? The forge makes bricks, so we need more than one forge. Steel, glass, bricks. Oh no, this only makes kits. Then what makes bricks? I could have sworn we placed something down that makes bricks. Is it the kiln? Oh, it is the kiln. Okay, where is our kiln? We don't have a kiln already. Okay, let's put a kiln right here. Traveling merchant is here. Let's see what they want to buy. Somehow we have butter. Don't know how we got that, but they also want stone. And it looks like they're buying stone at a higher price than the butter. So we're going to buy this. Actually, how are our administrators doing? Alright, that administrator disappeared, so we're still going to buy the stone, but now we have the money that we could have used to save the administrator. So let's see who we get. We'll do another administrator poll. It's actually the same people from before, so we can either do citizen or wheat. That's pool. Let's do poll instead of pool. This one's going to be called admin 2. You can either have Virginia or Barnett. Again, Virginia does a -10 to all citizen stress, and Barnett gives us wheat to make bread, but we also have oats that we could turn into bread. So we don't necessarily need bread. And all of these are cold because we do not have enough heating. Now this is starting to make the coal, so we should be getting up there at some point. This does not have 2 people in. Don't know why. This also does not have 4 people. I think we need a population boost. But we are also going to place our tailors. Can I fit 2 more here? Oh, I can. So I'll have that getting queued up. Now, what does the smithy make for us? Oh, we have advanced smithy, so that's this building here. Trap. That's probably an upgrade for the hunters. We have the oven. Okay. We have the watermill, which is not turned on. Textile mill is not turned on. Kiln, we're building. Masonry, we have. Don't have the pottery. We need pottery for something. I forget what the upgrade is or the build requirement is. Some buildings take a required thing to make the building before it starts making other things. Like this knit workshop needs reeds before it can be made. Let's go in here. Now we can get steel, building materials, coal. If we buy all the coal, that is a majority of our money, but that will help us in getting our houses better. Now, if I order reeds, where would they be? Actually, I think I could just buy the reed seeds. What's tobacco seed? We can buy the tobacco seeds. I thought we couldn't. We'll buy 1 seed. I am not seeing reed. Here's reed. Let's buy 100 pieces of reed. Not enough money. Oh, that's 30,000. I thought that was 3,000. Wow, okay. Let's, can I order 10? No. Wow, what takes so much? What seed did we try to take? Tobacco seeds are 3,000? Wow, didn't know that. Okay. But we are going to go into making, or buying more weeds. Alright, I forgot where they were. There they are. 100 pieces, please. There is going to be a second boat that comes by, and the second ship's going to come by and give us the stuff that we just ordered, the reed. And I did not see the poll answer. So I'm going to do the citizen stress. Now, it seems like we're doing bad on water, but we have 5,000 compared to the 4,000 I remember beforehand. It's one of your favorite songs. I think we're still listening to Guardians of the Galaxy Soundtrack 1. Let me see how far into the playlist this is. Yeah, it's still the first movie. I think. Or this is the second song of the second movie. I don't remember. Now, we have... Oh, that's a merchant ship. We have a new tech point, and 5 citizens want new homes. Our delirious ship is here. Takes years for nurturing farms, crops... Okay. We have more immigrants coming, so we can get even more people. What needed people? There was something we were upgrading. Oh, what is this? In recent days, one particular citizen seems to be sleepwalking. No matter how much other people call out to him, there is no response, and he continues on without eating or drinking. People around here are really worried. Force them to wake up? Let's do a poll. I did see that we have a first-time chatter. I will talk to you in just a moment after this poll is made. This poll is going to be called Sleepwalker. Do we wake him up? Or do we... What was the second option? Just let him sleep? Yeah, it's just don't. So it's either wake or don't wake up. Go ahead and choose what we're going to do with this outcome. I don't think we've had this before, so I don't remember what happens. And our first time chat was Naomi. Welcome in, Naomi. Riga says wake him. When this playlist is done, I will play your song for you. Just so you know, we do have a redeem for playing songs. Is your first chat? I don't think it is, because I remember when you followed. That was quite a while ago. Because you used to be at the bottom of the screen where it says recent raid. I remember when your thing came up before I got rid of the recent follower thing. Anyway, we also forgot to put the other sand pit. And someone voted to wake up the person, so we will do that in just a moment. I want to put the sand pit in for clay. I remember being able to be placed over here. No, I did not. That's why we didn't place it. So we're going to place it there. We will put another storage in here. Oh, can I move this over just one more tile? Resource, sand pit. Actually, let's put the storage in first so I know how far away to be. Ah, right there works perfectly. Okay. Blame coded. That's what everyone says. And we said, wake him up. The citizen woke up from his sleep. It seems that I have a long dream? I think it should have said it seems that I had a long dream, where I was alone in a desert and I couldn't get out no matter how I tried. And now I feel hungry and thirsty. Okay. Now we place this down. Let's put a second person here. We'll max it out immediately. This is for glass, brick, and glass bottles. Ooh, and they take this fuel. Okay, we have sand. We only needed sand to make the lighting factory, but we don't need that to make lamps. So let's get some glass going. I'm going to turn this down to 100 in storage, because I don't think we need a lot. I should probably add our storage in. Now, because we're not putting another building over here... Actually, can I put a reed farm over here? We can put reeds over here. It looks like it has to be right there. Okay, so we will have a little square here. And hopefully a trees will grow in the middle there. This will be so we can make our own reed. We have this being created. Should limit, let's limit this to 1,000. The same thing with these. We'll do all of our mines limited to 1,000 of each thing. Whoops. We'll do it for this. Actually, we can't until we have the thing selected for it. Okay. We are going to, on the other hand, unlock all the building job openings. This does not have all the hunters. Neither does that. Neither does this. I think when we don't have enough people to fill them, that it unqueues the amount of people we have for it. Now this has all the ores in it. I don't want all the ores in here. Don't want sand in here. We're making a clay pit, so that's going to move eventually. It's okay for silver because we don't have anything to do with it, and gold is okay in here. The clay we're going to move somewhere else once we have this done. The clay is going to be over here at some point. This should have no ore in it? Yes. Okay. What do we have over here anyway? Looks like we have a bunch of different things. Bunch of different types of food and everything else. Where is leather created? Leather's created over here. So we could make two storages over here. One for leather, one for alpaca wool. So we could line this up with everything that the animals make. Do I know of a blurps perchance? What do you mean? Sotherfin raiding? Welcome in, Sotherfin and friends. I see Tater has been here now twice. Or, yeah, twice. And Tanya. We're gonna pause the game for a moment here. I have a thing that's not working still for time-based events. It's supposed to do a raid message when I get raided, but that is not working. So anyway, I will do my introduction. My name is Coded. We are playing a story series through multiple games. I'm actually going to turn down the music. We're playing a story called Stone to Space. We are combining multiple games and making a story out of, different games going through calendar times in a way. Thank you for the shout out, whoever did the shout out. So right now we're in like a chapter 1, we're in medieval times, so we're playing games like Settlement Survival, and later on we will have Manor Lords and Transport People 2. Chapter 2 is going to be games like Cities Skylines, modern time city builder. Chapter 3 is going to be space travel, which is when we're going to slowly transition into more factory type games, but we'll be playing games like Ani and a game I'm forgetting the name too. Infraspace. Infraspace is a game that's kind of like city building and factory building together, but on Mars. We might have extra games mixed in a little around there. And our last chapter is more like a robotic focused games. So things like Dyson Sphere Program, where you control a robot that then makes a factory on planets and you get to space travel and stuff like that. We stream this story on Tuesdays and Saturdays, or Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesday it's between 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. EST, and Saturdays we start at 1 p.m. EST, which was 2 hours ago. And we do not have a set end time for Saturdays, but I do try to keep it between 1 and 4. So in about an hour, we will either decide to continue a little bit longer, or we will do our break and switch into playing Eco. Today is something special. Usually I only stream for one game. We're doing 2 games today. Feel free to lurk if you'd like. Feel free to follow as well. Southern Finn, if you need to raid and leave, that's fine. Make sure to do your after stream care. And I will now catch up on chat because I haven't been able to keep up with it this whole time. See, we also have Piku. Welcome in, Piku. First time chat as well for the both of you, Piku and Southern Finn. I love the raid message. I am also having a wonderful weekend so far. I hope you are too, Southern Finn. We were actually going to raid into you if you stayed going for a little bit. We did give you a shout out early into streaming. I noticed that you're playing Farmer's Dynasty again. How was that going? Last time I was in there, you were painting a farmhouse, I believe. Pause the game, you have so many questions. I did pause the game. I see Sophie found our new heart emote. Alright, Sophie, for all the mods, I think I only have Sophie and Regus maybe. Exclamation SO is not a command that I made because I do the slash shoutout. I probably should, because I see a lot of people do the exclamation SO. We gossiped about you earlier, oh no. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Southern Finn? It's a human extension for Duolingo. Great 72. Pico, I am doing well. I hope you are. Shut that OBS was listening to Well, thank you for the compliment, Southern Finn. I'm glad to know that I made you forget about OBS. Never caught you time zones. That's okay. I do know that for people across seas, my Wednesday streams are usually more difficult to get into, and I try to do the Saturday stream later in my day. But Saturdays are usually when I get all my chores done, so I don't usually do it late into the day. Farmer's Dynasty is annoying. Gives me false error messages. This game is also giving me weird messages every now and then. On the screen we have a lot of clothes icons. That's because people don't have clothes. We have been growing our population quicker than we were creating clothes to keep our people warm outside of homes. Now, that doesn't really affect them too much, like it's not going to kill them. If we get the cold icon along with the clothes, after a certain amount of time they do die from cold, but that's during the winter only. It does, however, bring down their happiness, which I haven't had an issue with throughout the amount of times that I've played this game. The game is cozy, I do agree. Still catching up on trend. I see Sophie banned Regus, jokingly. For Southern Finn and friends, me and Regus have a love-hate relationship, I should say. And in my chat, I made a command, !ban. And if you type in anything after ban or nothing, it always bans Regus. Now, it's a joke ban, it's not true. It doesn't actually ban him. And that's the end of this. Okay. It is a colony of nudists, very progressive. What do you mean? Oh, because they don't have clothes. I get you. If I click on one, now their icon has clothes, but who knows? I mean, they don't have shoes either. So that I can give everyone a introduction to the town. This is our large town. These are all little houses. We have a church, a clinic, and a latrine, which is kind of like a public bathroom, although I think they also have bathrooms in their houses. We have this mirrored on this side. We have Town Hall, a research institute, which makes us 3 science, compared to if we didn't have it, we'd be making 1 science. I don't know the time frame, so we're making science 3 times fast, which is this little icon up here. Though it gets white around the edge, and then we get to unlock research. I'm not going to confuse you with all the research. On a scale of 1 to 10, can't live without it. How do you grade the game until now? Before I got Manor Lords, I did personally think that this was the best medieval colony builder game. Now, both Manor Lords and Settlement Survival do take inspiration from a game I think that's called Banished. And I was told that Banished was a lot better than these games, but these are now newer. So it's not hard to grasp. You slowly learn things as you progress. It's not like you're thrown into the game and you have to learn everything on your backlog. I do prefer the Settlement Survival and Manor Lords, but I do like Manor Lords more than Settlement Survival. That's why it's going to be the next game, where in our story we're going to progress into Manor Lords. There's going to be a little video that I'm going to edit, so it's like an actual story. I do also have a YouTube channel that I'm still setting up. So right now the command is going to say that it has no videos, but we do have an intro video on there. It's going to have edited versions of our recent streams. So if you miss a stream, you then get to catch up on what happened through YouTube. They're going to be roughly 20-minute videos. The first one's going to go live when we take our break later. You don't have to follow or subscribe on YouTube. It's just if you want to see it later on. This is our industrial area. We have various things making things. This is for fuel, for other resources. We have steel. This one is for tools. We have clothing here, which we're increasing the 4 buildings. We have different things here that are paused because we don't need those resources right away. And our research thing here. Each thing that's blue is something we unlocked. So I've unlocked quite a few things. But I'm only using something if we need its resource to make another building. Costs nothing to do it. Thank you, Southern Finn. We did recently upgrade our stone pit because we ran out of stone in there, so we have a larger... I don't know where to look for its resources, but we increased the limit of stone we can get from it. And we also did it for the coal because our coal mine ran out. So at some point our iron mine is going to run out. What did Regus say? Actually, you do have to subscribe to his YouTube, sorry. Okay, Regus. Up here, these blue buildings are holding various things for the town. So we have, I think, food on this storage house. Then we have water. This one will be clothing at some point. I believe it's clothing. It is. For some reason, there's netting over here because fishing nets are part of clothing. Don't know why. These books are going to be moved at some point. I'll sneak into your house and subscribe to him when you're looking. Not looking. This last building is for domestic fuel. So our houses take stuff and they burn things throughout the winter. Actually, I think it's throughout the entire year, but they use more during the winter. Now, the people without clothing will get cold, but they'll warm up by just going back to their home and then coming back out of the home. So I'm not really pressed on it. We did recently get an increase of people. By every year we get immigrants, which is this new icon. So we're going to have our first poll for the new people that joined. We get to choose whether or not we get more people in the game or we don't. The only time I will not make a poll is if it's very imperative that we do not get more people. So here's our first 1 minute poll for more immigrants, yes or no. We do have to wait until they get here before I can allow them to come in. So there will be a moment in time to wait. We did place in the second marketplace right before you raided so that we could make more houses. I think that's everything. We're making new things. This is going to be for creating clay. I know it says sand pit, but it also makes clay. This is for reeds. For clothing, I believe. We did just place this thing down for glass. Glass is used to make a different building and other resources. We were talking about putting storages up here for the farm or animal related stuff, which is when you raided in, I believe. Onions and potatoes, please, while you're coming. So cold here just now. Oh no. We did add people into various buildings. This is going to be for silver at some point. We're going to make our own coins. Now we are running out of things to do in the game for a colony story. This has to be for down jackets. Our next best clothing. Do we have any map-related events? Occasionally there are things that pop up on the map that sometimes you have to look for. Earlier we had a tree, which gave us an increase on our tree growth. So for 3 years, or I think it's only 2 years at this point, the regeneration time for trees is plus 10. Oh, we do have one! And I see the poll is up, and since no one voted, I will choose an option when the immigrants get here. Our poll here, however, or our bear. Now, first time we had this bear, I couldn't scroll back up to it to choose an option, so I'm going to read this out loud. A wild brown bear not far from the town appeared and is destroying the trees around it, scaring away the nearby wild animals. It seems that it has lost its way and is in a panic. Do you want to calm it down and take it home, or send other citizens to capture it? So if we calm it down and send it home, I know it says take it home, but it just like makes the bear disappear and we don't get anything from it. If we capture it, I don't remember what it says, but it requires 10 iron tools, and we have enough iron tools to do this. A lot of times we do not, or we did not have the iron tools, so the only option we had was to send it home. So here's our second poll. Everyone who's raided with us, come on. We have been sitting here for a few minutes. The weird purple button under the video. Thank you, Southern Fin. Oh wait, we actually have 2 commands which I should have done earlier. So one of them is a story map. I know I already explained this when you guys joined. So that's another explanation of our stories. I know it says books, but I changed the name book to chapter. And that gives you some of the games that we'll be playing. And then the next one is, I think, just story. And that tells us where we are currently. Yes. And we have a chosen option. Now, earlier I was having an issue with not seeing the poll answer. So I do believe that when nobody votes on it is when I don't notice it. We said capture it. Some citizens were sent to capture the bear and a large amount of animal fat were obtained. However, due to the bear's struggle, some citizens ended up as sacrifices. Oh no! So we have a lot of fat, which we do use. So that's a good resource to have. But 485 fat, jeez. It's quite a lot compared to how much we make through our animals here. We have cattle, alpacas, and buffalo, which we just received. We do have... I hope it was the rich. Oh no. We do have geese now. If I go into town details and go to collection, these are various foods and animal stuff that we get. We have a lot of things you can unlock, but you usually only start with one thing. I think we started with 3 different crops, but I think when I first started, when I first got the game, you used to only start with 1 crop. So we could plant all of these options here. We're only planting these 4, which I already think I told you guys about. These are all of our animals. We just got geese before you guys raided in, which I think was another thing I was getting ready to set up another pasture up here. We don't have blueprints, and we have some school library stuff. Sewing technologies and warm fire. I don't know how to use them. Now, it says school library, so I could put it into a school, but I don't know what it really does. The society chose the bear. He says he's getting ready for hibernation, but we all know he isn't. Now this says output limit reached. So we have 1,000 iron somewhere, which is good to know that we it will stop us mining too much. These are our warehouses that just hold everything because we don't have everything sorted out yet, but we should probably just unpause. I think I've talked enough. We're trying to make more clothes. Hopefully this gets built next and we'll have 4 buildings making clothing. This is also made too much. So it's made 200 lamp oil. I think we're also working on this warehouse here for clay. Is there anything else we have not yet built? We have the pottery, but I forget what the pottery is for. If I go into research, will it tell me? Pottery, I think, was... no, it wasn't. It was trade. It requires these. Can produce clay. Can process clay and catalyst into pottery or porcelain. So something needs pottery, I'm guessing, in order for me to build it. I don't remember what it was. So let's look at something else. Now we don't have the knitting workshops yet. We're also eventually going to revamp our food processing area. But we do have lighting factory. And process lamp oil and glass bottles into... Oh, we have this. We just placed it right there. We don't have the soap workshop in yet, but we also don't have the latrine for using it. Are the immigrants here? I see that the icon is up here. Here they are. So they're going to slowly walk all the way up to this warehouse for some reason. Usually they go to the town hall. We have to wait until they all get to here before I can choose to let them in. Have to start lurking now. Piku is calling with awesome food. Ooh. Have fun. I hope you enjoy your food. Have a nice rest of your day and your weekend. I appreciate you raiding in and staying for as long as you have. We are going to actually allow the immigrants to join. Now, sometimes the immigrants bring diseases with them. Hopefully we don't get any. It looks like we have one. And some people have broken legs automatically. Oh, we have 3 people with plague. But our clinic does have plague stuff. So we should be able to take care of it. Let's see. Now, I do not have anyone else on my follow channels to give a shout out to. So we are going to do random shout outs. And because he came in with Regis's raid, let's do a shout out for Ripdan. If you don't already know him, he plays a lot of awesome games. He also has a very cute cat. I do too, however, my cat is not in the room. So unfortunately I can't show you. We do have emotes of Tori. So this is a little drawn picture of my cat. Also, we have a command for her, I believe. There you go. She is a tuxedo cat. Actually, next month she turns 18. How are we doing? We can unlock this. Now we do have to make more houses. Because we have a lot of immigrants that do not have homes. We need 16 additional buildings. Tory party stream? Maybe. Now it looks like they have not yet built all the roads. So I am definitely building or making buildings quicker than we need. Because they only make roads when they don't have a building to create. Now, if I... Oh, wait. I remember that... I know I'm scrolling in on the game, but I'm really scrolling in on OBS. I forgot to write down the song that Naomi wanted to do. Jay and the Americans, okay. Okay, I have it on Spotify, ready to do. So we'll do that after our music is done. I think we only have a few songs left. He needs to make a throne where I can order Tory treats. We do have a command, not a command. We do have a redeem for it, and I think Jarifa stopped in earlier and redeemed treats. You weren't supposed to see that. You can't know that. I like you. That's like me and Regis. Which, speaking of, we didn't do the command earlier. There's the command for Regis. Aside from the joking / ban. Let's put in our buildings. We need 16. Now we need 11. That does not line up with this road, which is unfortunate for me because I wanted to extend these 4 houses out more. But instead, we're just going to extend it this way. And then we will connect our road like so. And like this as well. Hopefully trees should grow in here, so we'll have a small, like, yard in the background. That is 8 houses, I believe. So we need another 8. Let's build a large area up here with houses. 2, 3. Why can't I build there? Oh, there's a road right there. Let's get rid of that road. It's 4. We'll do another large area up here. This is going to be more houses than we need now. I think it's more by 1 house. So now we can unpause. Now they won't do this immediately. I think they will choose to do these first. I think they go in the place that you ordered them, the priority that you ordered them, I mean. Now we need to set this up quickly. They're going to bring stuff in here, but if we tell them not to bring anything but clay, they will eventually take the stuff out of the warehouse that should not be in the warehouse. Now, are we able to set a yield for this? We cannot. Okay. I was hoping that we could do this for the crops, because we have way too many. We do have some apples. That's always good. This has lack of raw materials. That is okay. I'd rather see that we can't make more clothing than we need more clothing, if that makes sense. We also have our second cemetery ready, with 1 person in it. What else can we place down? We could probably get into our knitting workshops. Actually, let's see what the knitting workshop is for. I'm assuming processing. Here's knitting. It says reeds into ropes, and then another building. So I would place 2 so it can always be making ropes, and then always making the ropes into fish nets. But I think there's another thing that it makes. If I go into here, we can turn leather into shoes. Shoes would be good. Now this requires steel tools, and we could start steel tools. We also want to upgrade our food. Mining. I'm just going to look at what we need first. We don't need these. Don't need these. Science now. Livability, yes, we need to get into more stuff in livability. What does the nursery do aside from tobacco? Herbs. Okay, so we're going to start a new poll because I do not know where we should progress into next. So our options are livability, which is going to be town progression. Our second one is going to be money making for the silver into minting. We don't need construction for anything. We could do brick roads, but we don't really need them. We could do the nursery. Because that also makes other herbs and such, aside from tobacco. Processing is for food. And then, also in food is leather stuff for shoes. So we'll just call the last one shoes. So you guys tell me where we should do it. We can wait until we have more, but I'll let the poll go for now. Now, this should have clay in it. I know we have clay already. Let's change this. Start producing some clay. We're going to limit the yield to 1,000. Should probably do the same on this sand. Okay, what about this? That's good. They made reeds. Can I change? I can't change this to anything else, so we're only going to keep 200 reeds at one time. Now this needs to be fixed. Who fixes this? Now it says we still need 14 houses. Oh, that's because they haven't made all the houses yet. That's okay. Poll is up. We said that we should get into shoes. That was processing leatherware. Now that does require us to make steel tools. We do have the capability of making steel tools, however. This just needs leather or steel fur. So if I go over here. No, where is our smithy? Right here. Now I think it's only steel tools to create the building, but not to do the rest. It is. So I think that we should make a clothing industry. So that would mean the knitting workshops, bedding shops, the leatherware hut. We're going to look at that event in a minute. Let's pause the game so it doesn't go away. Don't think we need anything over here. We already have the textile watermill, so we don't have to worry about that. I think that would be it. So in order to make the leatherware hut, we should change this to being steel. How many does it need? Actually, we'll just make 200 steel tools. And then hopefully it'll tell us that it's full. Now, our amount of people that need clothing is going down. We're at 99. Oh, it went back up. Never mind. This number will fluctuate for quite a while before it actually settles and goes down. We're getting our houses built. So let's plan out... Oh, I forgot the event here. Researchers in the town found that a bug brought by immigrants mainly fed on weeds in the fields, which can increase the yield of crops. They wanted to make use of this bug to boost field yield, but they knew little about the species. So we're going to do yet another poll. It's going to be called Bugs. And I'm going to close this and reopen it because I know it has a set timer before it closes on its own. First option is provide research. If I can spell. There we go. And the second option is provide books. The first one is experimental sites for research. Either way, those are our two choices. Now, we have had this in the past, and it gives us an additional 10% yield increase on top of whatever our administrators have. How close are we to getting the next... Oh, we only need like 50 more people before we can get another administrator. These people give us different perks. As you progress more, you get more administrators. Earlier, I made a mistake with our administrators, and now we don't have a certain perk that we wanted. Now, if I set up our clothing here, I probably should set up our storages for our animals. Can this be moved somewhere else? Is there a way to get information on this? Gatherer's hut. Gather full-grown trees and wild plants within its range. And we agreed on books. So we gained 300 books within its range. The possibility of attaining plant seeds. So this should be in a place with a lot of trees. We should have this next to our forester. Now, there's no way for us to just move it. We have to place a new one and then demolish the old one. So we will do just that. Now, I do know that Renegade is not part of the playlist, so we're going to play... Who was it? I forget already. Someone wanted to play a song. Naomi. And I'm going to turn up the music. Oh, this song was on earlier. Maybe you weren't saying to play it, you were just saying the name of the song? Not sure. This is our food. Now, we probably should move this building, which is food. I don't know where the food is. This is called a veggie processing plant, which is right here. Let's place you over here for now. Now they should be doing the houses first, which we still need 10. Is this in our Steam playlist? It is not! It is also starting to get dark in my room, so I might have to turn on the light in a minute. Oh, we actually did not have enough people in here. Your turn to roll. Critical Role theme. Priorities. Okay, I just added it to the playlist. Let's get this open. Oh, it was El Torto Hermit earlier that redeemed Give Kitty Treats. For some reason, Sophie's Song Redeem is not on here. Weird. Okay. We don't really need it, it's alright. We will play it after this song ends. And then we will be going into my alternative playlist again. Here's Sophie's song. Yes, I hope I put the right one. We are low on alpaca wool. What else did I use? Linen and feathers. That's right, we wanted to do geese, right? Yes. I think it's just a waiting game because we put so many houses down. Should we do... Oh, this is the repair shop. What did I just increase? The builders. Gotcha. We actually need builders. Now, how come these... We have so many people... So many extra workers. Let's go into here. You made a dice rock emote? Or you need one. Oh, we do have a a thing. Command. Oh, I rolled a 9. Oh. Is there a mashup of your turn to roll and it's Thursday night? Yes. I did see that as one of the things that we could have played. Oh, a 5. That's even worse. I have yet to see something that's more than 10 on this channel. I think Sophie, last time she did it, she got a 7 or something like that. We just need 6 more houses built. Says one citizen says one citizen is thirsty. Well, that's just because they haven't gone over here to get water yet. Now, I kind of do want them to focus on moving our buildings rather than doing our houses, but we need the houses. Merchant ship is here. We're also going to have immigrants again later on. What do they have to sell? Now, it looks like we have stuff here that we can sell them. Oh, because it's over here. So I have to tell them to sell all 2,000. I gotcha. So we would get a lot less than I thought. But what we can buy is all this stuff. Fruit candy, fruit cake. Recitation set? Comedy set. We probably want the comedy set for the total price. Whoa, that price! I didn't notice that. Can we afford one? 10,000? Oh, we can't afford that at all. Ooh, okay, we're not doing any of that. We could do fruitcake and fruit candy. Let's do... Can I do 100 of both? I can do 100 of this one, for sure. No, that's 9,000. Never mind. I can only do 10. So we do 10 of both. And sell all this. Selling price is higher than purchase price. Proceed to trade. I think I did something wrong there. Anyway. No, the music seems way too loud in my ears. Okay, this is something I'm going to have to look at when I'm not live. Because it's not showing all the redeems on there. Okay. It looks like we're running out of resources to make clothing, so we definitely need to focus on this. How are we doing on the houses? We're getting there. I did just queue up more... Oh, that's repair shops, never mind. Could we use another builder's hut? Probably. Is it the size of a house? Don't know where it is. Builder's cabin. It is the size of one house. So we're going to place a builder's hut right here. We're going to prioritize this. Because I think we need that more than the other stuff. Now, as you can see, people are cold and they have no clothes. So they go to their house and then the cold icon goes away. We should probably move these warehouses to over here. also did not... Oh, we did tell them. Okay. You are making clay. You're making glass. Did I make a storage for glass? Don't remember what this is for. It's for something that's over here for sure. But maybe it was for this. Linen. It was for linen probably. Now, clothing. So I could turn this back on. Takes our flax. Okay. But we don't have the feathers ready yet. Did they make the... They did make the builder's cabin, so let's queue up all the works in there. We are going to prioritize this over the houses. It looks like we built all the houses that we need, so we can stop prioritizing all them. Is there anything else that does not have all the people in it? This can actually have 7 people. So let's have 7 people in there. We'll queue up 7 people in all the pastures. Whoops. I did miss one. I think our farms... Oh, they don't have all the people in them. Wow, I didn't know that we needed that many people. Why don't they have all 7 people? I think when someone dies, or when we don't have enough people to fill the space, that it just doesn't queue them back up being in there. And these orchards can only have 4 people, no matter what size they are. Did they finish this? They're almost done. So we can actually tell them to demolish this now. And they're building this next. So we can tell them to demolish this. And we want all the people in there. Prioritize this. How are we on iron or steel tools? We have quite a lot. So we can build that new building. So what did I prioritize? They built all the houses. I probably should give them some time to make all the different roads that are missing. Hopefully they're getting rid of this. They are. Are we going to have to move the cemetery? Probably. That's 144 people. So that's more than this one. But they don't transport them. Indestructible? I think that means from a natural disaster, indestructible. Now we do have our next immigrants coming in, so let's do a poll now so I don't forget to do it later. It's always a yes or no poll. So it's up to you guys whether we get immigrants. If we do, we have the chance of getting a plague or some type of sickness that could make the whole colony fall apart. Mind you, we don't have enough clothes for the people that we have now, but I am working on that. Oh, the tailors in town sorted out all the leftover scraps and some old clothes that could no longer be worn in the store. Although they could not be made into decent clothes, tailors could still reuse the materials to make simple clothing or backpacks that can be put into use. So after the immigrants poll is done, we're going to do another poll into this. We're going to tell them to either make it into clothes or backpacks. There's only a few more seconds, so I'll wait. I can see that they're making the roads on the bottom right corner. Oh, it was a tie. One person for yes, one person for no. So we will wait until the immigrants are here, and then I will take a look around the town and see if we need them. Anyway, our next poll. So it's either make clothing or make backpacks. Go ahead and vote which one we did. I will vote yes. Who voted no? Rude. Well, that's why I always do a poll, because it could be chaos, you know? I embrace the chaos. You're making glass. I think glass just goes anywhere. It does indeed. So we should have... They look like they're off-centered somehow. We should have a warehouse over here for glass. And I'm going to place 4 warehouses for the ones that we're about to move. Now, they didn't do all the roads. They did a majority in the town. They did a majority of this road here. Here are excuse me, are immigrants. Do I put in the pasture right here? That might be a good spot for the next pasture. I think we'll do just that. So if I follow this road and I go this way, what's the largest pasture we can do? We can do a 20 by 14. I mean, that's the best we can do. The immigrants are here. And also the traveling merchants, so we'll go and look at this first. We can only sell lettuce, because that's as much as we have. Or we don't have enough reed, I mean. Do we need immigrants? We only have 4 extra laborers. We're adding a lot of buildings later on. So we could use the extra boost in labor. We have more than enough room for more houses. We now have 12 builders. This does not have enough people in it. Let me look at all these. We do need the extra workers, for sure. Apparently these take people. So that is all of our people already used. So I think we're going to take in the immigrants. Now this might get us over our limit for this, for our next person. It did not. We did get a few diseases, but there are the 2 icons that we can take care of now. What, I'm gonna wait until we finish building these, and then I'll put in the houses. Did I limit how much this makes? Yes, I did. Okay. Now, it looks like they're making a bunch of the warehouses at the same time. Hopefully I can pause as each one gets made. This one we want for glass, and I don't know where glass would be. I'm going to assume it's not raw material, for sure. I think it's building material or something. Construction? Yes, it is. Okay. Next one. We have to go through each one and tell us that we want it there. Anything in household goods? This is all okay to be here. Beverages, we want everything but water. Raw materials. We do not want flour, plank, timber, leather, feather, alpaca wool, flax, linen, I mean. Everything else I'm seeing so far is okay. We don't have the rope place made yet, but we will, so I'm going to take ropes off of here. Construction materials. Stone, cut stone, glass, brick, steel. The rest is okay. Ores, we don't want any ore. Clothing, I don't think we want any clothing in here. Trade goods? I'm pretty sure we want all the trade goods in here. Yes. Fuel, no. Industrial fuels, there's only one, so I know we don't want that. And we don't want... Do we want tools in here? I think we do. We definitely want books over here. Let me see if there's a tool chest over here. I think this is for tools. It is for tools, so we don't want tools over here. That was trade goods. Not this one. So we're going to do the same thing for these. This is just so I can move these 4 warehouses. Now I'm not going to get rid of this one, just in case there's stuff in here that we do need a storage place that I just told them not to put in, while we wait for the new buildings to be made, and then I know where to put those storages. Now we are at the point that I normally would raid out, but I'm going to play for a little bit longer. Because we have a lot of things that I want to get through before our next stream, so that I don't forget them. I should probably set up the 17 houses that we need. Now, I'm only going to make this portion a small 4-building area. But this one, I'm going to extend all the way out to the river. That's the wrong direction. And as far as I know, there's no delete button for all these, so I can't, like, drag and delete. I can't place there, and I doubt I can place right here. So it looks like it's just a 4-building area. Did I place these one too high now? Oh no, it's because the house is over here. Okay, so we're not going to build these 2. And in turn, I'm actually going to get rid of this road that's right here. And then I can move these houses over. I might be able to fit another house in this area by doing this. Oh, I can, look at that. And then the road is going to terminate right here. Now, I could save space for a bridge going across. Let's see where I need to place that bridge. Right there works. So if I connect the road up to it. Now there's a road for this house. And these houses need to have a road that goes there. So these houses need to move over. I'm going to make them match the houses on the bottom. And then the road going up and over this way. That should be only 10 out of the 17 houses we have. I can make this whole area. So let's try and fit 6 houses over here. I can't. I can fit 5 though. And then flip it over and place the rest up here. We're gonna overbuild on purpose. There's a road there, so I'll skip that house. And then it looks like I can build houses on this side as well. So we are going to tell them to move that road to here. I don't want to get rid of that one piece there, just for the looks. I do want this across though. Now, this is going to be a lot of things that they're going to try and build. So I will set up the priority for what building houses they make first. And then afterwards, we'll just let them build them whenever. Did I set up the stuff for this one? I did not. No food. Actually, does this have any food in it? Oh, it does. I need to go inside this and look at all the different foods. Well, everything in here except for these three. Simple food, we don't want apples, we want the rest. That's our food, 4 foods, and we want all the fancy food. We have to do the same over here. No apple. Household goods, yes. Beverages, everything but water. Raw materials. No linen. No flour. No timber, no planks. No leather, no feathers, no alpaca wool. No flax. No reeds. No rope. Let me make sure that this has no reeds as well. Construction materials, stone, glass, cut stone, brick, steel. Lamp oil we are going to store over here because we don't need a lot of it. Or none. Clothing, none. Trade goods, yes. Fuel, no. Industrial fuels, no. Tools, no. Books, yes. We're going to tell them to demolish this. We have the next storage ready. In here, none of these. Actually, we do want all of them, sorry. We don't want the first 3. Simple foods, we don't want apples. Household goods, yes. Beverages, everything but water. Raw materials. Flour, timber, planks, leather, feathers, alpaca wool, linen, flax, reed, rope, construction materials, stones, cut stone, glass, brick, steel. No ore, no clothing, no fuel, no industrial fuels, no tools. For some reason I put food in here. I think that was because I didn't have it unchecked first. Now they are making some of the houses first, and I want at least these 2 things done quickly. So I'm going to have them prioritize taking that 1 storage down. There's so many people that need clothing. Are they taking everything out of it first? No, they're just working on it. Gotcha. Actually, they are taking the stuff out first. Where are they taking everything? I can see just a long line of people coming down here. Now they are still working on this last warehouse. Hopefully, once we move all these and we start getting our stuff down, we'll have a better way of resource management. We got our 4th warehouse in. So let's go over all this all over again. Peas, lettuce, broccoli, apples, household goods, yes, beverages, everything but water. Raw materials, linen, flour, timber, planks, leather, feathers, alpaca wool. Reed. Rope. Construction materials, stone, cut stone, glass, brick, steel. Ore, no. Clothing, no. Trade goods, yes. No fuel, no industrial fuel, no tools. This was set up already, correct? Don't remember what. I think it's for this. I think it's for the glass. Where's glass again? Construction materials. Did I keep glass on any of these? I did not. Okay. And I have this as the next priority. After that, I'll prioritize making this for geese. And then I'll do the homes, which are slowly being made. Now, it looks like they are starting to transport it over to these, which is what I want them to do. Is there anything in these that should not be? Doesn't look like it. At some point, we're going to have one for just fat. We probably should have a storage over here for fish-related stuff. I'll add that when we do our clothing area. They're almost done taking this down. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is get rid of every single road over here. Except for this one. They're making this next, which is good. I was going to prioritize that next. That'll be where we put our next set of people. There was something over here that wasn't fully maxed out, wasn't there? Don't know if it was the dung or not, but it could be. Just looking at everything else, making sure that it's all stocked up. The marketplaces are not. So it looks like we can put 8 people in both. So that took a decent amount of our people. This doesn't need anyone. Good. Didn't know that the marketplaces needed people. Now we are going to put 7 people in here. And then this will be our geese. Just making sure we didn't get any other animals. Okay, we have these moved over. We can... well, first we should probably focus on the houses. I'll just let them build them in order. Now, at some point, we are going to need to make more water. The moment that goes below 3,000 is when I will start worrying about it. I think it's actually getting there. No, it's going up. Kind of. We'll worry about it later. If I see something less than 3,000, I'll remember to increase our water demand. We make water by putting down more of these big wells. They made the bridge for some reason. Now, I don't have any other roads going straight down, so now everyone has to walk this way to get down. Thinking about our roads, so I could add a road going straight down here as an access to this area. That message that popped up for the autosave says that pastures can reproduce only even if there's only one animal. And it is very dark in here. Let me turn on the light, which is right out of camera view. There we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, we have a new thing. The town has become more prosperous. As the population grows, the stress gets heavier. Are methods of relieving stress introduced in this book? Purchase book or don't purchase the book? So 2 choices are going to be purchase and don't purchase. Go ahead and choose which one you think we should do. I've never seen that event before, so I don't know what it's going to give us. What we have to do is now go down each one of these pastures and find out what they create. I think they all create dung. That makes sense. They're all animals. We have feathers, leather, and alpaca wool. Those are our first 3 warehouses. Feathers, leather, alpaca wool. This should help us increase our clothing making if the storages aren't full of the items that they need. We're also going to have to make one for the different byproducts, the meat and the fat. It looks like we're going down in our vegetables. Now we probably have enough steel tools, so I'm going to change this back to iron tools. We have our next merchant boat, so we can choose what we're going to buy from them this time. Agave, timber, they have furniture. Jade tequila. How much money do I have? Only 200. We could get 10 pieces of tequila. I am not going to buy anything. Why is this stuff still in here? Can I take this stuff? Oh, I can, just by doing that. That's probably why we have too many things over here. Now, I did not see the poll answer. So I think we're going to purchase the books. Enjoy Life 3. Okay. Now we have a lot of houses now. Everyone has a house. We have a new technology point. What do we go into next? I think it was this, mining, agriculture, and logistics? No. Processing. Meat chop. Do we have a butcher? I don't think we replaced the butcher. We didn't. We dug it. We removed it, so that's gonna have to be part of our food place over here. Okay. I was looking at the technology points, and that reminded me. We have one thing here. It's one of the materials of salted meat, bacon, and vegetable can. This makes sugarcane maple sap into sugar. Can produce malt, which we use for alcohol. So we could do salt and then barbecue. This does say that it needs salt, but we also need brick, which we could produce in a little bit. So let's unlock salt, because the barbecue needs that at some point. There ain't no rest for the wicked. Now it says that we have 6 population. We can have a total of 70 or 47 in here. Sophie's very excited for this song. Okay, they're starting to get this stuff ready, so I'm going to start planning out our... First, let's place this over here. Does this need to be on a water area? It does! As you can tell, I've never built this before. So we're going to place this over here. Dirt road. It's gonna be jagged this whole time. This is for clay, right? And this makes clay. Where is there more clay? Oh, over here. Okay. This is raw materials. No, it's ore. No clay. Move all the clay over here, please. Now, if I take another warehouse, place it there. This will be for the salt. Oh, we have stuff over here, so this is going to be for feathers only. And I don't remember where they would be. I'm gonna expect raw goods. Oh, it is. Look at that. I wonder why these... Oh, because it says no warehouse for them. I gotcha, I gotcha. So these we want to tell them... No salt. This one as well. And this one. We're gonna do the same with this one. Did they finish all the houses? Is that why they're working on these so fast? They did, look at that. Okay, then on this one, I think we want alpaca wool? I'll do alpaca wool first. So, unchoose, raw materials, alpaca wool. And this one will be for leather. Regis looks like he enjoyed one of the songs as well. There are some songs on here that I might end up skipping just because of what they talk about. But I think I am an alternative person. Prefer the music on this playlist. This should help us make more of these. Or make more clothes. I'm not sure what else to do other than create more ways of making clothes, like the production items. Let's pause this. This is going to be leather. Whoops. Now, vegetable salad. Where would that be? There's vegetable can. That's not what I'm looking for. Veggie salad. So we could make a storage just for that. The... Let's put a bunch of people in the butcher. The butcher seems to make only meat chop from the various other meats. Okay. Meat chops go into the barbecue place, which we don't have ready yet. Salt is ready, and let's max that out. Is this a thing that we can choose different products? No. This we also can't, I don't think. Nope. Sand, we have both things for that. Okay. The weaver. We could turn this on, start getting linen from the flax to make the clothes. We just don't have a thing making flax yet. What makes flax? Actually, I can just check on this. Okay, so it's a field that makes flax. Let's put these in. I'm fighting the urge to sing this song. We're gonna do 3 fields just to match the other 3. We're gonna try to make 3 of everything. And then when they're ready, we'll start making flax again. Which means that we should probably put in the storage for flax now. And then a storage for the raw meat. They should make this first. Although I think they go into taking away the trees and stuff that's in the way of making other things first, and then they start making buildings. Looks like there was a lot of herbs and stuff over here. We might have to do a herb coal at some point. Look at that little tiny tree. It's trying to grow. It's not going to. Sorry, tree. What is this? That's a new icon I haven't seen before. Plants doesn't grow. We don't have a plant sign to it. What do you mean? We also don't have any more workers available. Does every house have a family? It looks like it. Let's add in even more houses. Maybe we can get a natural population boom. Can't place one there. I can go off-centered by 1. Can I go here? I can't. It would be off-centered by 2. Oh, we have enough for another administrator. We'll look at that in a moment. That's off-centered by 2. Do I get more houses than this, than doing it matching? If I do it in between each one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I can do... Or I can do 7 in a line. We'll do it. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Either way, we get 7 houses. So can't place one there. We'll then go up here and build more houses. So let's put in a road going across here in preparation of the next set of houses. Oh, we have another thing. These only give bees, so we're gonna clean them up. So I remember when you don't do anything about the bees, people get stung, and then it's a really big negative on our production stuff. Now over here, I want to tell them not to put meat in here. So if I just go down here and choose every raw meat. How do I do this? This is raw food, right? I think so. It is, okay. If I just click this again, will it get rid of those? It does. Look at... No, it doesn't. Okay, it just reorganizes them. Okay, that's good to know. So I go over here and I just keep clicking raw food. It puts the unchecked stuff at the bottom. Now, did I choose lobsters on this one? Because I actually want them to keep storing lobsters over here. Seems like there's not as many as I thought there were to begin with. And then over here, the same thing. There's probably an easier way of doing this, but it seems to help us when we prioritize where everything is going. Okay. This will be flax. That'll be for the uncooked meat, or the unprocessed meat, I should say. Pause for a second. This, I don't remember where flax is, but we need this to be only flax. I want to say it's raw material. It is. Look at that. It's probably time to... Actually, we can't demolish them because that's the only places where they're putting the raw meat for right now. And then this is only raw food. Or the raw meat, I mean. Now, I'm not going to separate the raw meat for the moment. Except for what this makes. This makes meat chop. Is meat chop part of this? It is, so we're not going to put meat chop in there. Meat chop is going to have its own storage. Which I probably will just place in right next to that. Now this needs a worker. It says we have a worker. There we go. Looks like we'll have some immigrants soon. Hopefully this will help our clothing. What's the next thing? I think we're going to set up clothing stuff over here, right? Do we have the curing warehouse? What is this for? Oh, that's one of the things we just unlocked. That's for over here, right? Fish or meat chop and salt into salted meat or salted fish. So that's a new thing for over here. What we needed over here are knitting factories. Now I'm going to place it this way and that way. So that we can place a road here. And I think that should help us line up the rest of the stuff a little bit easier. We have the leather hut. And the advanced bedding shop. We'll place that here. Don't know if we have all the resources ready for all that. Might be time to turn on this for the linen. But we don't have the... Oh, we have people in here. Look at that. Let's get some flax growing then. I didn't realize that we had people in there already. Maybe that's what this exclamation point is. That there's no people there. It is. Okay. Okay, then we're gonna need... Oh, well, this needs bricks. What do we make bricks in? I think it's the same thing that makes glass, right? Yes, it is. Okay, so we need the kiln factory. So I'm gonna place a warehouse here. Or can I place one back to back? I can. Do I want to? I don't think I want to. I think I'll just place it like this. I'm gonna place 2 kilns. Kiln factory. Can't place one there. Thinking about how to do these. If I put a warehouse back to back there, the road would go down alongside here. And then we could place the kiln. I lost it. Here it is. Place that here. These 2 would be linked, then these 2 would be linked. That's a good place to look. And then, just so that they can easily get to both ways, I'll put a circle. Or a square, I guess I should call it. What does this prioritize having? This is the flax, I forgot. Did I tell them to prioritize this for just salt? I did not. Look at that. Whoops. I think it's raw materials for salt, right? Yes, it is. Okay. And then this was for the meat chops. Meat chop, there we go. So one of them is glass bottle and the other one is brick. We have to keep that in mind. So probably should look in here for glass bottles and bricks. I think glass bottles will be in here. But I guess not. Household goods? No, I already looked in here. What about beverages? No. I highly doubt that it would be in the food areas. What's simple food? Maybe it's in here. No, I don't see it in here. It's not in construction materials. That has the bricks. Or is it? No, it's not in here. Trade goods? No. Where are glass bottles then? It's gotta be in food. I'm not seeing it. It's not in food. Is it in beverages? It's not. I already looked in there. Oh, it's right here. It is in raw materials. Why didn't I see it the first time? Raw materials here. And right here. Okay. It's over here. We're not going to set up a storage for this just yet. We probably will in the next stream. This needs steel tools. We should have steel tools. I know we made a bunch. And I placed 2 of these because we want... Oh, straw shoes? We're not making straw shoes. We want one for rope and the other one for fishing nets. And fishing nets go to our fishers, which we're going to limit how many nets we make. So let's select ropes for here. 200's good. Looking over to see who needs workers. We're looking like our farmers are missing a bunch of people. You know, at this point I've gotten used to the icons of people that need shirts. This one is going to be for fish nets. Also 200, that's a good start. Now this can also take reeds, which we have a reed farm here. So I'm hoping they're going to prioritize reed over flax. And this needs brick, which we're not making yet. This is going to be salted meat or salted... Oh, we need 2 of these then. Okay, that is the curing workshop. I can place one right behind it. So this one would be for salted meat. This guy's gaming. Gutted! Die! Welcome in. I'm trying to place a bunch of things all at once. We're getting pretty close to having everything unlocked, I believe. Now this is going to be brick. This one is glass bottles, which is raw material, and it's somewhere in here. We found it earlier. We just have to find... There it is. It's like Timberborn but Sims. It is! That's a very good description of it. It is like Timberborn, but more of a medieval... It's like Timberborns and Manor Lords together. It's a lot of production things. One building makes something that another building needs. Like this building here we just made, which is going... Of course, when I clicked this already. This is making bricks. This building needs bricks. And then we need bedding to upgrade our houses. We have food production over here. This is our random production area. This is our clothing and tools. We're making a new clothing section over here. This is our large town. And we set up some area up here for another section of houses. We are getting ready to raid out, though. I think in 15 minutes we'll... Actually, no, we're not going to raid out. We're going to take a short break and switch to a different game. I almost forgot that we're playing Eco on stream. So let me actually set a timer so I don't go too far. Where is my... There it is. That'll be a good time for me to go feed my cat as well, because it is dinner time. No, we don't have a storage for bricks, so I don't know where they're going to put their bricks right away. This is going to make the glass bottles, which we're going to limit how much they make. Does this have a limit? 200 seems okay for bricks. Glass we're not using yet, so I limited them to being only 100. How are we doing on flax? I don't think we were able to plant a lot last year. Okay, this is glass bottles. That's the bricks. Hope your New Year's well. It is so far. I hope yours is going well going well as well. Going well also. Now this says it doesn't have a storage for it, but that's the storage. Well, it hasn't been too harsh as of yet. We, in my area, we are going to get a heavy snowstorm either tomorrow or Monday. If you don't know, I'm a school bus driver, and we were told that the parents got emails yesterday telling them to prepare for no school on Monday. So that's not how you know it's going to be a bad snowstorm, when we're preparing 3 days in advance. So I'm hoping for a good snow day. We have the habit up here of doing a lot of virtual days now since COVID. So I'm hoping the kids actually get a snow day and don't have to do school stuff on the computer. I think it's a stupid thing that we kept doing it after COVID ended. Salted meat. This one's going to be salted fish. This has yet to be built. What is this for? This makes our leather shoes, not shoots. Now, boots or shoes? They have a different worth, so that's only for selling, I think. Oh, we have 200 adults with steel tools. Oh, they're not using the iron tools anymore. Okay, let's progress this one to being always steel tools then. We'll have one thing for iron tools. We'll set this down to just 50 tools though. Because we use iron tools for the different event-based things that pop up on the screen occasionally. This I already forgot. Leather boots. What are their perks? Speed is 20, happiness is 30. So I'm assuming leather shoes is less. Okay, then we definitely do want the boots. And in order to make boots, we need refined leather. Where is refined leather made? Leatherware hut. Using... oh, never mind. Where do we get refined leather? Probably this building. No, that's the bedding. Where do we make refined leather? Maybe the tailor? No, this just makes things out of stuff. Let's look in here. Maybe I don't have it unlocked. Oh, it's not unlocked. Look at that. Takes steel tools. Just to make the building, we need these items here. So we need a bunch of steel tools, doesn't tell you how many, and we need lanterns. Okay, then I'm gonna not make this then. We need to make leather shoes for the moment. Which is okay, we still get additional clothing. Fine, I'll make you do it myself. This needs to be... oh no, I already set that. It's this, no? I set everything. This I didn't set though. This is going to be our salted fish. We're pretty close to not having anything to progress into. It is a slow game here though. Getting our research points. So I don't think we're going to get into money creation. I don't think we're going to do the theater anymore. None of this livability stuff. Don't want anything in trade. Science just makes us get our points faster, but I'm okay with where we are. We do have lighting. So I could make the same building twice, which would be the lighting factory. We have one making lamp oil. One makes glass bottles? What? No, this has glass bottles. Maybe it takes glass bottles to make lanterns. Okay. So I should probably place another one of these now, so I don't forget for the next stream. I know it's over here somewhere. Lighting factory. Place one there. Put a warehouse on this side for the lanterns. And our dirt road. We'll get that made at some point. What is next? Mining, construction. That's what we're just looking at. Agriculture we're going to do for nursery. For different herb growing. But I don't think we'll... I think we'll ignore this now. Processing, I think we will get into just so we can have the food stuff. We only need to do barbecue, bread shop, and then refine leather, so that's 3 points there. So I think we'll probably play this one more time on Wednesday. And then maybe we'll get into the next game on Saturday. Because we're not getting really like a debuff on them not having clothing, and we're slowly getting that. How are they on making this? We do have a bunch of people, so let me look at all of our buildings here. We're gonna clean them up because it gives us honey and stuff. This needs person, this needs 2 people. This needs a person. I'm going to choose flax on these. And put 2 people in both. Where else do we need to put people? Probably here, yep. These have 2. What about these people? They're good. This isn't good. That needs another person for animals. We're gonna do that. We need 2 more people for these. Okay. Oh, we have no more laborers. Okay. So we need these immigrants. So I'm gonna wait to put houses down. We have a new tech point and we have a dock here. So we could have clothing. We don't have money. I can't buy anything. This needs to be for lanterns only. Lanterns is part of house goods. So let's go into here and take our first thing off of house goods. And then here as well. So we are going to demolish these now. They should do this eventually. Should probably start doing the linen. So let's turn this on. Don't think it's going to have any people go in there right away. Now we aren't growing oats or wheat right now, so we don't have anything to start wheat or start flour. Oh, we do have another animal we can get soon. Our hunters will come over here and get that at some point. The reserve has ran out, so we are going to upgrade our mine. This is going to be for lanterns. And a whole 1 person in there. We have the traveling merchant. If I can click on him. There we go. He's either buying tea or buying timber. Now the timber gives more money to us, so we're going to do that. And immediately he leaves. Okay, how are we doing on these now? We're planting more reed now. We're doing these farms as well. That's a good start. It looks like we're going down in water very quickly now. Now the water is somewhere. Part of home? It is not, of course. Could be part of this, but I doubt it. Is it part of food? Compost plant. Outright for fertilizer. That would be used for all of our poop. I feel like I looked at it and I just don't know where it is. It's not blueprints. I have to look at everything now intensely. It's not in that. It's this thing here. Big well. Did I not click on this? Jeez. Now this doesn't have to be in the town circle, so we could really move these out of the town. Have a big production of water. But I think I'm just going to place them in the spots where we can't put a house. Actually, these are the same size of a house. So let's place one here. I don't think I can place one or houses up here, so we'll do these 2 spots. Actually, let's do 4. We'll put people in there because we're running low on water now. We were above 4,000 at the beginning of the stream. Now we're below 3,000. Row. No. Now we should be making bricks and putting them directly into here, but for some reason it's not going in there right away. Our clothing issue is going up more than it's getting worked on. It might be... maybe we need more pastures with animals. We can do that next stream. Oh, we have the bear. So here's another poll for the bear. It'll be our last poll for today. So we can either send it home or we can capture it. What would you guys like to do? We've seen this before, so I'm not going to explain it all. You guys can actually read it for a moment. Praise the bear. The only thing that capturing it has a -4 is that it takes 10 iron tools, but we have a thing making iron tools, so it's no problem. It's actually made as many as it can. We have 50 iron tools somewhere. Pro wants to go to bed. No, that's not what I meant. We're gonna switch different games in 2 minutes. Well, we're gonna take a break and then switch to a different game. What else can we do in the meantime? This is being upgraded. We just need someone to upgrade it. This is our working area force. When that goes up to 123, then it's completed. This town, these are the immigrants. Now we are going to bring them in. Now this bear is getting really close to the town. That's worrying me. This bear takes down the trees in its area. Now, why do they keep going to the warehouse instead of the town hall? Allowing yourself a break from work now. We have immigrants. Oh, right, we can do another administrator. So before we switch games, we're going to do an administrator. We have a bunch of people. What? No, I didn't see the poll was ended. So we're going to capture it. Now we got some animal fat, but we ended up losing some people. Which kind of helps us out with the immigrants we just added. An unfortunate sacrifice that had to be made. You accidentally closed the voting thing? Oh no. Oh right, this road is supposed to be off-centered by 1. I forgot. It goes like this. Did I not click on the right thing? I guess I didn't. So that's 10 houses. We need a total of 19. Can I place more up here? I can place another row. Looks like we're going to need another marketplace. Did we build all the things I just placed down? I'm not sure. We do have more people. So let's go around and fill all of our buildings. Anything else that has a lower fraction? This has no people in it. This one is paused, so I don't have to worry about that. This only has 1 out of 5, but we're only needing 1 person so we can do trades, so I don't have to worry about that. Pasture needs another person. Farmer needs another needs 1 person here. I'm not maxing out the farms because we use them. We have so many, we don't need to have everything maxed out. These I am going to get up to 7 people though. Okay, I don't think we need to upgrade anything else. We have our new food production. This should be prioritized and getting rid of. And then this. Does anything else not have the right amount of people? Alright, our water production. We didn't build them yet, so we're going to need water for them. Or people for them, I mean. All these icons mean that they made their production limit, so they're not going to make any more stuff, but that's okay. We have some people that are sick. We got this up here. We have our second automatic command. Went out, okay. What are they upgrading? They took away the thing, so now they're doing this, I think. Should be prioritizing this first. But this is also important for iron. We need iron to make tools and to also make steel. Okay, I think this is a good time to step away. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live on Twitch, we stream on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 1 to 4 p.m.